And welcome to my channel, and welcome to this week's Monday Live. Uh, yeah, we've just had new moon, so that's lots of sort of new energy going on. Probably, I will not go into the new moon as such. There's plenty astrology channels and other channels out there, both cards and non-cards, that will do that even more. So I will not do that today. It just dawned on me while I did my Monday Live in Danish that earlier this morning that we are just in new moon energy. It just happened now or a little while ago. That we are still so much because all the cards, well, most of the cards in that sort of had all this new to it, new cycles, new. So we will see what's in here for the cards for us today. Just a moment, a little bit of itch. I can see I need my fangs cut a little bit. Good morning, Anne. Good morning, Anne, and welcome. I have this week I have two decks of cards for you. I have the Guardian Angel Messages Tarot and the Angel Guide Oracle here. So, and the tarot has this backside here, and it has the elements like earth and water. Earth, water, air, and fire for the suits. And so earth is pentacles, water is cups, for instance, like this queen of water, and six of air, like he's with swords, and there's the last one, fire, with the wands. So that's the deck I have today for you. The decks I have today, the tarot deck for you, and the oracle deck is the angel guide. With this, for instance, beautiful card like this: surrender, guardian angel, and earth and ground. And maybe surrender, guardian angel, earth and ground has something for someone seeing this, that something will click for them while seeing that in that order, or something in one of the pictures will give them something extra. Then yes, certainly that is not just showing the cards and presentation of the cards, that is also an extra message just for you. Hi, good morning, Shirley, and welcome. Today, first, before the personal cards, of course, I will speak a little bit about the title card, and then I will pull two cards for all of us, and then we'll go to the personal cards. So let's see. The title card, I've called the title the Bravery of Having Courage. And that was because in Danish, these two words are sort of the same, different kind of meaning. One word can mean so many things in Danish, and here we have two different words for it. So it's like same word in Danish. If it's like now, but I felt like it was that sometimes it takes a lot of bravery to step into the courage, and I hope I get it the right way around here. English is not my first language, so it actually might be better sometimes to take courage to step into bravery. It sounds better, I know, but it feels like for this reading and for today and for this week, it's about the bravery of having courage. So and how to get more into the words. Well, I'm really not about to, because I just feel I'm going to repeat myself in weird ways. So instead, I will sense more of the energy of the card today. And today I feel that the light here around her head and the shield with the sun on it, that is especially the shield is the light, and the shield is sort of the important stuff here. That it's okay to, not just okay, but we are invited, and even more than invited, we are encouraged to encouraged to step into that light, stand within our lives, let our light shine so much, and trust that we are protected in that process, and trust that we are protected in doing so. Okay, it really feels that that is the main message of this card. Whether it's for you is the bravery of having courage, or the courage of having bravery, not that important. But for this reading, and for this week, I really feel that it's the bravery of having courage that is the most prominent way around with the words. So I hope the native English speaking out there for you gets the differences in that. So hello. Hello, Logan, Natalie, hello, Logan, Natalie, hello, and welcome. First, as I told Antofano and Shirley, I will pull a few cards for all of us, and then I will go to the personal cards. So let's see, it's two tarot cards for us. Welcome. Nice to see you all. First one here. Second card here. Yes. Oh, this is kind of interesting. We have two air cards, two swords cards, and traditional. And it's the 3 and page. This was the first one. And yes, there is some, I feel that it's about grief. I know they said sorrow, but I feel this is a grief. It's about letting yourself grieve, allow yourself to grieve. Because it's okay. If you still have some unfinished grief within you, it can feel like a lump in your chest area, in your heart area, in your stomach, in your whole body. It can feel like a ton of bricks on your shoulders, or big chains around your chest area, or around your legs. Or it can really feel like, whew. So it's really important that you allow yourself to grieve. It can be grief from loss from a person, loved ones, either person or non-person. It can be grief from loss of a job, from a way of living, from some sort of more subtle grief that, well, this is no more, and I somehow feel sad for it because I like those times. But I know that now it's important for me to let go of what was, so I can be able to step fully into what is now and what is more to come. And it's here, but you will not be truly able to do that before you have accepted that that can also hold a process of grieving in the saying goodbye to the old. Okay, so it can be many things, and I feel that it's all of it, not necessarily at the same time, and for all of you, but for some of you more one thing than the other. Okay, so yeah, but that's so important that you let yourself grieve, and because when you do that, then healing will also occur at the same time. By letting yourself grieve, the healing will occur. It's not about being dragged into a mud hole of sorrow and sadness and darkness. It's about letting yourself grieve, letting it dissolve, and cry your eyes out if needed, or scream out loud, or however you do, be silent, non-silent, not important, physical active, non-physical active, not important. Important thing is that you allow yourself to do it, so you through that grief, transform yourself and heal. So you will heal. By stepping into this process. Okay, and that will open up for page of air. And I don't mind the words down there right now. Actually, they doesn't really feel important to me. It feels more like the page of air. It's about a new mindset, Hey Tia, hey, sorry, hey Tia, hey Tia, Lucky Lily is saying, welcome, welcome Lily. This is about being open to a new mindset, a new way of thinking. Uh, and for us to be that, it's important that we have been truly step into this. It's important to have been in this process, whether it's, so we have healed from it too, at least enough to pick up the new mindset, to pick up the new way of thinking about ourselves, about life, about how we interact with people, but it's still so new, it's still so fresh. So in that practice, we we can, our tongue can slip. We can maybe say a few words too harsh in the tone like that, and when that, if and when that happens, it's important that you also, instead of using that sword to boom, boom, boom yourself, it's okay. I came to sort of stab another people, with my tongue and my words. So, whoa, I really didn't mean for it to hurt that much. Maybe I meant to speak my truth, but I haven't got enough practice to speak it from my heart yet. So it's more like attack is the best defense kind of way. For instance, if you feel that you're needing to set your borders or boundaries or something like that, So it's all about practicing. But if you're still in the grieving process, and then you feel that you need to protect yourself, but maybe sometimes by like lashing out with words or action. So that's also why it's important to go through that process of grieving the old, grieving the loss of whatever, whomever it is, and accepting that as a healing process, so you truly can step into a new way, a new kind of mindset, a new way of speaking your truth, a new way of being you, a new way of showing who you are by words and by action and the way you think, okay? And how you follow up on that thinking and that speaking. So I find that was an important thing for all of us to know today. And before I go into more cards for all of us, I will take the personal readings, and then after the personal readings, I will go to more cards for all of us. And this video will be timestamped after I have done it. So yeah, you can always return to the parts that interest you the most, really easy. So I will get my scribbler so I can put your names down, because when you get started with all the chatting, then it goes like, whoop, where was I? So welcome, Pixie Dust. So Antofano first. Oh, my scribbler. And T, and then Shirley. And then Loca Natalie. And then Lucky Lily. And then Pixie Dust. And then let's see. So I got my list, I got my water, I got my cards. And Anne, you are going to have two cards from tarot. 2 tarot cards for you, Anne. And I'll keep an eye on the timer too, so I will have time for some cards for all of us also near the end, okay? Without messing too much with my back, my lumbar area, all this sitting. So let's see. And Tufano, you got the Hermit and the Ace of Earth. This is kind of, I want to show the Ace of Earth first, even though the Hermit was the first card, but look at this little guy here. So happy to begin anew with the books and his, and just, yes, I'm going to start something new and I'm going to love it, kind of energy. Okay. So yeah, and it's a great opportunity to begin that. The Hermit card was the first card, and it's not that it cancel out this card, even though it was the first card, but it's about, you know, it's also, it says also mentorship, but it's about sort of, yeah, maybe time to seek out new teachers, new places of learning, and also maybe it's time to, in some areas, turn it around where you are the teacher, so to speak, where you find the places and knowledge within yourself that you can give on, give to other people, that you can, from your life lessons, from your knowledge, whether it's life lessons or some practical stuff or whatever the area, that you can teach that you can give that kind of inspiration and knowledge, give that to other people also, and maybe it takes a little bit of that's, yeah, that's something new, that's a new way of doing things, and maybe that takes that you, oh, that's a great opportunity for me to do that, because I will help other people, but I will also grow by it, and I will learn new things by doing this. And it feels like sort of a mix, both learning new, but also, you know, at the same time, be the teacher, the inspirator, the mentor for other people, while you also sort of shift mentorship, shift teachers in life, so you step into a new sort of school, if that makes sense, you know, metaphorically speaking, but also maybe even literally speaking. Yeah, not quite sure if it's one or the other or a mix, but it really feels like all the energies that I've been speaking of here are in the same bowl. So yeah, that's how it feels like. So, and to Fanny, that was cards for you. So Shirley, oh, and Linda Jean, hello, welcome, good to see you. Hope you are safe from the weather you had a couple of days ago. So Shirley, one oracle and one tarot card for you. Linda Jean, I will put you on the list so I won't forget you. Shirley, one oracle and one tarot. The oracle was there. Tarot for Shirley. Here we go. Oh, wow. This is two beautiful cards. You got the inner child healing as the first card, and I feel a lot of nurturing, taking care of, sending love to your inner child, and that will help feel it more whole and heal. That will do some healing a lot. And then we have the Nine of Fire. But in this deck here, I don't feel a lot of fierce, traditional fierce energy. I feel more like, yeah, stop and smell the roses kind of energy, and letting life grow, making room for life to grow and support that life to grow. And that will in turn turn up the speed of the healing of the inner child process, and the healing of the inner child process will make room for even more to grow. So I hope this makes sense, Shirley, for you. I hope it makes sense. What are you writing, Anne? That sounds like it resonates with what I'm going through. Oh, I'm happy with that. Because it was like couple of energies one way and the other way, but all of the and then at the same time, and then first it's and then that, and then she was like, oh, okay, but it was like all in the same bowl, so all in the same mix. No, what are you writing, Linda Jean? So, Yeah, I can easily see why. Yeah, but you don't need to be sorry. I know it's like crazy late over there for you. I know that. So so it's okay. It's nice when you're here. It's nice when you make it. It's nice when you make it. You can always when you watch the video later, you can always put a comment below the video and say hi there. So I read those. Not always the same day as they come. Yes, if it's on Mondays, but I will read them, and I usually also answer in one way or the other. So yeah. Thank you. I also like it's nice you're here. So let's get on with the personal readings. It's Logan, Natalie now, and that's one tarot card for you. So Natalie, one card here. Oh wow, renewal. And I feel renewal, rebirth, but also felt I know this is traditional, with the tutru and then the from the graves and stuff. But I feel like this sort of a celebration of new. I feel today for you this card is sort of a celebration of new, celebration of celebrating that you now have stepped into a new life, so to speak, a new way of being you, maybe even new area of life, uh, where you look upon yourself and say, okay, back then I did, and you're no longer harsh towards yourself and judging towards yourself because you see, okay, back then, whether it was yesterday or last year or 10 years ago, uh, I didn't know any better. I did my best from where I was in life and the knowledge I had at that point. So, no judgment. That's also so the reflection and self evaluation that comes with, being a new sort of new, being a new place in life and celebrating that also brings with it a non-judgmental side, uh, first and foremost, of course, towards yourself, but also regarding to others, because you can bring that way of thinking to other people also, when at that point, whether it's now or before, they did not know any better, and even if they did, well, okay, then that's a nice giveaway for you to take some other choices now, next time, whatever, uh, so this is kind of a celebration. I feel like this is a celebration uh, to the new you that you have been stepping into and are able to brace, so stepping away from what was before. Not that I won't recognize it, but not like that, because it made you who you are now. But you have developed so much, and I feel that this renewal card here and the trumpet there is to celebrate that you have renewed yourself, that you are birthing yourself into a new kind of you, a new way of being you in life and in here on earth. So I hope that makes sense for you, Logan, Natalie. I hope that makes sense for you. So, Lucky Lily, one oracle card for you. And a sip of water for me. So, Lucky Lily, you got the power and intention card. And I sort of feel that's this emperor from tarot energy in it, like the um feel there's this sort of king energy, this sort of leader energy, this sort of what's the English word? But yeah, it's power and intention, but I don't feel it's like power, like force, like I'm forcing you, that kind of power. It's more like the power within, the power of intention, not instead of power and intention, but the power of intention. So setting the intentions, stepping into your own power, setting the intention of being the true you and standing tall as you are, and being proud of who you are. I feel that's the sort of energy oozing from this card today for you. That is important. So yeah, lucky Lily, I hope that makes sense for you. What are you saying, Luca, Natalie? Hello, Samantha. Hello and welcome. I will put you to the list. Oh, good, it makes sense. I'm happy to hear that. Samantha on the list. You are on the list, Samantha. So now it's Pixie Dust. That's one tarot card for you, Pixie Dust. Let's see. And welcome, Samantha. Welcome. Let's see here. This is Pixie Dust. Oh, Pixie Dust. Have you been a bit too busy lately, or maybe now, or maybe looking into the full calendar? You know, or have been in full calendar, and maybe there's still a full calendar ahead of you, or just lots of things to do. Seems like things is piling up, and it's like, whoa, how do I manage all of this? You do manage this by reaching out, because you don't have to do all this by yourself. You don't have to be alone in all what is happening. Yes, you might be the one that have to delegate the jobs and say, now you need to do this because I have to do this, or now it's important that this get done before this, the order of things, for it to not, like fall apart in a way, or whatever it is. Sometimes the order of things is more important, and sometimes the order is not what you think at first. But the most important thing is here that you remember to put in breaks, that you remember to put in pauses for yourself, that you remember to put in time for self-care, and that you remember to give some of it to other people. And if you have that opportunity, and if you don't have that opportunity, depending on what kind of business this is, then it's important that you sort it out after what is really the important thing now, and what can wait. What can wait, what is important, and then do that first, and then what can wait. And what is most important with this card is to remember the pauses, is remember to take time for self-care also, because if you forget that, then you very soon will run on empty, and that's not good for you, and especially that's not good for anyone, especially not for you. So remember to put in pauses, remember to put in time for self-care, and remember to delegate, remember to order it after importance, what needs to be done and not to be done, whether it's physical things, practical things need to be done, or more inner work, or a mix, or whatever it is. Okay, so order the after importance, bring in other people to help if possible, and first and foremost, remember to schedule in pauses, remember to schedule in self-care, so you can fill your cup, so you can charge up your energy. That's important, otherwise you will way too soon run on empty. So I hope you can use this card, Pixie Dust. I hope you can use this card, the advice from this card. So let's see, then it's you, Linda Jean. Linda Jean, that's one card of each with Oracle first. Let's see. First card here. That came rather quickly. A good point, yeah. You're right. Linda Jean, the tarot card for Linda Jean. Please, please, please come here. One of these two. Which one of them? This one here. Thank you so much. Oh, this is really interesting. You got the Take Charge and Action card combined with the Dreamer card. And the Dreamer card is about, you know, beginnings, but, you know, and trusting that wherever you are doing, you are safe. I know it looks like she's sort of on the cliff, and in traditional, it's also full about stepping out to the cliff, but who's not aware of what's going on. But she sees the opportunities. She sees Silga sees the opportunities. She sees the beauty in life, and she's protected. She's safe to follow that. And who knows? Maybe it's just a small step, and we really can't see that. So she's, and maybe the butterfly will turn away, but she's guided. She's protected. So don't be afraid of the new. Don't be afraid of dreaming. Please do not be afraid of following your dreams, because especially because the first card was Take Charge and Action. And I feel take action. Do something. Follow the arrow. See where is your dreams calling you? Where is your heart calling you? And then take steps and actions toward that, for that dream to come true. Okay? And you are supported in that, and you're supported on that journey. You're supported in that process. Okay? So I hope that makes sense for you, Linda Jean. I really do. Is there anyone after Samantha? Yeah, exactly. Sometimes the cards are something really extra. Just thinking of doing something that feels impossible but necessary. Yeah, well, small steps. Follow your dream, small steps. Okay? And sometimes bigger steps. But yeah, it fits. So now it's Samantha. Samantha, you are up. And it's two tarot cards for you. I just have a sip of water. You're welcome, Linda G. Whoops, that was the first card. I love you. Make yourself notice with the rainbows. Just love that. Also all the roses and hearts and stars and butterflies and clovers and flowers and whatever we have. So much over the chat. Love it. Second card for Samantha. Please come here. Now it's just clumping up. You know, and 2, 3 big clumps. There it was. Oh, yeah. You got the 3 of Air also, but you also got the Queen of Earth. It's like, okay, as a sorrow card, but there's also the I know my worth card. You know, I know my worth. I know my worth, and I know what I'm able to. I know what I'm capable of, and I know my worth. So don't you come here and try tell me otherwise, okay? I know my worth. That's the energy of the Queen of Earth, and she can make things happen. She have the resources, both mentally and physically, and maybe knowing the right people at the right time and stuff like that. She knows her worth, and she knows how to put that worth to work for her, okay? But there's some, I feel there's some, some sadness also that's important, that is taken care of, also that is important to be healed, to be seen, to be acknowledged, that yes, it's there, not longer to be hid away, it's there, and I take care of it, I nurture it, because that I have the resources to do that too, not shoving it away, not trying to pretend it's not there. Yes, I honor it, I honor my sadness, I honor it, and not making it bitter by nurturing it, but taking care of it, so it will dissolve, so it will no longer need to be there, because things are lifted. Okay, and you have this. You can create the kind of life that you want. You have the resources. And I feel like, hey, don't you come here, girl, and try pick me down, she says, to whomever try to come pick her down, because she won't have it. She have that power, that strength, that creativity, that spark of life so much within herself that she don't have to let any kind of sadness pull her down. She don't have to push it away either. She can take it and nurture it, and so it take and comfort it, take care of it. So like if it's a child that's sad, so comfort it. Okay, so she can be her true, strong, creative, full of life, sparkling self that can make life be just how she wanted to be. Okay. Hi, Benny. Welcome. Yeah, it's okay. You are still in with the. Actually, I was about to finish up Samantha here, and then it was supposed to be all of us. But I can. There's time for your cards too. You're welcome, Samantha. I hope you can use it. So Benny, I put you on the list so I can check you off after I've done the cards for you. So Benny, one tarot card for you. If it wants to come, of course it will. But sometimes the deck, it's like only like two, and it won't, give me a card. But it will. I know it will. But sometimes it's fast, and sometimes it takes a little longer. Depends. Here we go. The Eight of Earth, the Eight of Coins, the Eight of Pentacles. That's about doing the job, getting the job done. But in a way, I feel like the word practicing, but having been practiced, so quite skilled. And it feels like it's both like a physical thing, but also like a more in the head thing, mental thing, psychological thing. It's like it's both out in the mundane world, but also inside at the same time, that you have been working on something that you have come to master now. Okay. And you're just about, finishing the next project. And just in the middle of, not the middle, far further than the middle of mastering something new within that area, to put an extra layer on your knowledge. Okay, so it feels like mastery through practice card. So I hope you can use that, Benny. I hope you can use that. And one more, Jazzy Bella. Hi, welcome. Just in time for a card for you. So let's see, Oracle two Oracle cards for you, and then I have to go to the cards for all of us. Otherwise, it will be a problem with time. Whoops, which one? This one here. Thank you. So, you're welcome, Benny. Jazzy Bella, and you're also welcome, Samantha. Jazzy Bella, you got the compassion card and the transformation card. the green heart color card with the lotus flower heart, and the green and pinkish, light pinkish colors, all the heart chakra color, all the heart color, uh, and the transformation. I know this card is called compassion, but I feel so much heart energy. I feel so much heart energy. And I feel that the word here, transformation, that transformation comes through heart energy. Heart energy brings transformation. So living from your heart, working with your heart chakras and your higher heart, and sound frequencies, light frequencies of greenish, whitish, the colors of the card here, that sort of, bathe in them, feel that you are in them, feel that they are within your heart and your heart area and all of your body, and feel that you sort of walk in that. That will help bring transformation, that will help bring out the inner sun, the inner fire, the inner feeling of, yes, the inner power. Mm, not the power like force, but the power of life. Hmm? Uh, I hope that makes sense in some way. So it's really about all the heart energy, but we can go into the word compassion a little bit also, because it's also about uh, feeding that heart energy by feeling compassionate, and notice about yourself, about animals, about nature, about other people, about Mother Earth, and not pity, but compassionate, okay? And feel what that does to your heart, that warm feeling, nurture and thankful and grateful of being able to feel compassionate. And again, feel how that makes that warm feeling grow, and how it, maybe it changes from green into pinkish, into whitish, pinkish, whitish, greenish, golden, whitish, it depending on how high it vibrates. So, and that brings transformation, and transformation brings in the shifting of frequencies around the heart energy. So, around the heart, both the physical heart and the heart chakra, and that again brings in more transformation, and so on and so on. So that's like, wow. Okay. So that's for you, Jazibella. You are welcome, Benny. You are welcome. So now a few cards for all of us. That's 2 oracle cards for all of us. We began with 2 tarot cards for all of us, and now we will end with 2 oracle cards for all of us. So let's see. And of course, this video will be time-stamped. You got to do the work and take charge and action. Well, I hardly even need to say anything more. What? Do the work, take charge and action. Boom, that's it. Well, it could be, but I will of course show you the cards. But I sort of feel that they sort of speak for themselves. Sentences here are kind of, yeah, do the work, take charge and action. So the work is take action. Not just sitting around, unless you're sitting around taking action by sitting around, because that is, you need to rest maybe, or you need to follow up some reading or some meditating, whatever. Then you're sitting around, but you're not sitting around doing nothing. You are sitting around doing something you have chosen to do while you're sitting around. Okay, so but yes, it's about, yeah, doing what it's about, walking the talk. Not just speaking about it, but walking the talk. Not just thinking about it, but actually taking steps in the direction where you want to be, where you want to go. Then take steps towards instead of away. Taking charge of your own life. not letting other people decide for you. If it feels right for you, then it feels right for you. Then, but do the work. If you feel that, well, you're not feeling centered, then maybe some breath work, maybe some more walks, or some, I don't know, baking, knitting, singing, meditation, whatever makes you feel more centered and grounded. But do the work. Doesn't have to be several hours a day. It can be, maybe you set aside 5 to 7 minutes a day, maybe just a few minutes of breath work every day, maybe just um, 5 minutes a day where you listen to something that makes you feel relaxed and grounded, and shoulders down, you know. Doesn't have to be that much. If you feel, oh, I don't have the time, so stressed, blah, 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 well, then it's extra important that you set some time to do something so you can feel that centered again, so you can feel that grounded, in case that's the thing you want to achieve. If you want to be better at something, then, well, you you gotta get practicing. Okay, whatever it is, you gotta get practicing. It doesn't have to be like, I want to climb Mount Everest, so I need to, train very hard several hours every day because I want to do it in a week. Well, it's okay also to be a bit realistic. So why do you want to? So I need to be in better shape for that. Okay, then you practice and do the things that makes you in better shape. Maybe change a little bit of your diet for that. Maybe, get some more sleep. I don't know. This is just examples for some practical stuff. It can be wanting to change career. It can be wanting to be with other kind of people. Then do the work. Seek out the communities where those kind of people travels more, so to speak, are more of, instead of, if there's none of them where you are, where you are now in your daily life, then find ways where you can seek out places and where you meet more of those kind of people. Maybe groups, maybe the internet can guide you towards, maybe the phone book, if you still have one of those in your area. I don't know, maybe someone knows someone, or maybe you want to work with animals, but you don't know how. Then maybe find a shelter and ask them, do you need some kind of help? I There's so many things, but the point is, do the work, do something, take charts, and then actually do something. Whether it's something, outside practical, or more inside, or both, or mix, or whatever it is, whatever area of your life it is, you got to do the work to be better. It's all forward to change from stress to relaxation, from disorientation to center, from being non-grounded to grounded, uh, from being sad or tired, like in your body and your system, to more lighthearted. You have to do something that helps you towards that direction. And it doesn't have to be several hours necessarily. If it's not possible, or you don't, if you're not in a state or practical possible for you to do that for whatever reason, then begin small. Small steps also works. It can be small steps, medium steps, big steps. That's not the important thing. The important thing is that you actually do something, that you take charge and do whatever, do the work that takes you in in your wanted direction, in your wished, in where do you want to go, where do you want to be, and then take steps towards. So you are opening the door for it and inviting it more in. Okay. So I hope that makes sense for you all. And it's itching a little bit up here. Sorry. More cards? No, not more, no more cards. So then that's it for today, actually. So yeah. So I think that's it for today. So lovely to see so many people in here today. I haven't forgot anyone. Well, I'll just check the chat if there's a name in there sneaked in that wasn't on my list. Let's see, and Linda, on the list, on the list, on the list, on the list. Yeah, I think that it's retrograde from. Okay, that's okay. Yeah, but it doesn't have to be problems. It can be with the Mercury retrograde. It can also be a time for reflection. It can be a time for catching up on things you didn't do. But it's a good idea if you have to sign a contract or something in that period of time or beginning something new. Then it's extra important that you read also the small print, that you check it all out, especially anything that have to communication. Check it twice, checking the list twice, so to speak, maybe even twice. Okay, sometimes we can't wait because a lot of the year Mercury is retrograde, and you know what? But sometimes the Mercury retrograde is also a great time for us to reflect, to go more inward, to take maybe 5 more minutes of meditation or walk in nature. So yeah. So, but yes, pixie dust. It can be bothersome sometimes, but it can also be. So it's a good thing to be aware that, well, maybe leave home 5 minutes earlier, or just check, double check that you read. If you have to do something that's best when Mercury is not retrograde, then double check. So thank you, and an extra thank you to Pixie Dust for giving us a little bit. Yeah. With the problems, doesn't have to be problems, but it can be, of course. But it's also, there's two sides to that coining. That's always two sides to that coin. Mercury is both in the ruler of Gemini, but also of Virgo. And it has these two sides to it. It's, of course, yes, it's communication, of course, of travel and speaking and all that, writing and stuff. And it can be delayed, of course, it can, but sometimes, and it can go like poof, and hey, where did it go? And then suddenly it's there again, or maybe it went because, well, you can do better. Maybe there was something you weren't quite aware of, but yeah, a good advice if having to dealing with contracts in that period, read extra carefully, okay? So make sure you get it all. Good for so that would be in English probably, because in English was starting with RE probably. Restore, recreate, relax. Yeah. But it's also good for time going inwards, and catching up on things. If you are behind with something, then Mercury retrograde is a good time for you to catch up, in sorting things and stuff like that. So yeah, thank you, Anne, so much. So yeah. Yeah, it can. Of course it can. Oh yeah. I know sometimes I follow her, but I don't see all of her videos. But in periods, I watch quite a lot of it. But she just came out with a new, I think it's called Madrona's Pulse Teaching, and she's just came out with a video. See if I can find it and put the link here in the chat. Just a moment. See if I can find it. Bear with me a little bit here, because the Gemini new moon, for instance. Yeah, she also have different kind of things. Also, she have an interesting way of. Just find the link here, and then I will put it in the chat. Here. And then, yeah. And I will also, if I remember, I will put it in the below my timestamps. Also, I will put it that link also for, yeah, I will do that. So go check her out. I like her, and she has a nice way of looking upon things. I like her ways. Also, of course, Pam Gregory is really skilled astrologer, and she always comes out. She also has about the new moon and some retrogrades and the bigger pictures and stuff like that. So she's also very good. But this, take a look, and yeah, that's interesting. She speaks about planets speaking to each other and stuff like that. So yeah, that's I love her way yeah of of seeing of speaking of the planets and shifts and stuff like that. I just love that. So yeah, so I think that's it for now. We've been almost an hour. uh, you're welcome, Pixie Dust, you're welcome. And yeah, so remember remember to put in time for relaxation and for recharging and stuff like that. Okay, especially now here with the Mercury retrograde. Otherwise it can be overwhelming, probably not just for the ones with, so okay, that could be good advice for those of us that at times, maybe more times than others, goes a little bit full schedule at some point. Okay, so bye for now, take care you all, and yeah, have a party. Yeah, yeah, and get someone else to clean up after you. Yeah. No. Anyway, just kidding. Bye for now, from my heart to yours. Catch you next week. Oh yeah, by the way, next week might be a little bit later because some warmer weather is coming in, and then I'll probably take a little longer walk in the morning, and then I will get to my Danish reading later, and then that would also bring on the this reading later. So it might be not later than 20 minutes later than today I will begin, because then it will be too late in the other end. But yeah, it might be 5, 10, 15, maybe 20 minutes later than today, but 10 to 15 minutes later, maybe not, depends, I will see. But then you're just aware that it might be. But yeah, I will put in the picture and the time in my post when I do the lives. You can always go in there and check, uh, in the community and the posts. You can always check there when it comes. But I only put it up the same morning my time, because usually I don't know the evening before what card decks or what time. So usually I first know it in the morning, and I put that up first thing, not first thing, but first thing after I've showered and up like that. So yeah, then I put it on before my breakfast and before everything. Then I put it in there. So you have a couple of hours to prepare yourself and find out before you go to bed over there in the States. So bye for now. Take care. Love you all. From my heart to yours. Have a blessed week, a lovely week. Live from your heart as much as possible. Bye for now. See you next week. Bye. And thank you again, everyone, for being here.